Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, if you can hear me, please put the letter Y in the question box. If you do me a favor, if you can hear me, please put the letter Y in the question box. Okay. Okay, thank you, Cleta. Appreciate that. Okay, so we are on a little early tonight. So while folks are coming in, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them before I get started tonight. And once again, our goal is to get you out of here in less than 30 minutes. We will probably go ahead and just do a session tomorrow. It's going to be a little earlier than probably so that I can accommodate the folks in the Ultimate Insider. I'm going to say we'll probably be talking about 5:30 Eastern, maybe 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And that'll give us an opportunity to kind of jump in for 30 minutes, and then I'll be ready for those of you who are involved in the coaching program. So good evening to you. If you have any questions on Clockwork funnels or the integration, or you know, before we come in, if you have any questions on anything, I'll be happy to take them. And then as folks start coming in at 9, we'll go ahead and get started with the training. So any questions? Hey, good evening, everybody, as you're coming in. All right, we're coming on 9 o'clock. And I'm going to go ahead and just start getting set up here. Okay, one person asked if I put together a process map. To be quite honest, I never even thought of that, and so I'm in the midst of trying to do that, and so that some of this thing, I know that with some people, it makes more sense to see, for them to see things visually, and so I'm in the midst of just trying to put together a basic a flow of what you can expect in terms of integration. So I am in the process of doing that. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be done with that. I'd hope to be done with that by Friday, but I'm not sure. So I'll kind of do the best that I can. Wayne, good evening to you. Good to see you. Cleta also. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And let's just kind of do a brief recap. I'm going to go over to my screen here. And let's take a brief walk through what we're doing with Clockwork funnels. And in particular, you're going to use the Clockwork funnels paging system. What we're going to be able to do is I'm going to just go to list a page. I'm not going to go create an entire page. And what I can do inside of a Clockwork funnels page, of course, if you recall, is that I can set a clock here that will follow my prospect around. Right. And so what you're going to do is you're going to actually have the clock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in just kind of a different kind of clock there. Okay, let's see. Cleta's question is it necessary for this? Now, for the integration I'm going to be talking about tonight, Cleta, it is necessary, but some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing, you could do with other systems, right? You could piece it together with some other systems, right? So for example, you could put a funnel together with JVZoo. You could put a funnel together with Warrior Plus. You could put a funnel together with ClickFunnels. What you would need for the funnel technology is for you to have something so that when someone hits the buy button, they make a purchase, and then the software sends them on to the upsell. Right. So that technology exists inside of Genius Marketing Pro. ClickFunnels exists inside of JVZoo. It exists inside of Warrior Plus. Now, the advantage of doing these things inside of Warrior Plus and inside of JVZoo is that you have the affiliate network. So in other words, the affiliates can promote the entire funnel and can be incentivized to promote for you and can get paid for the entire funnel. So because of that, then people set their funnels up on JVZoo because they have a pretty large affiliate network, and then people promote the entire funnel. If you have a number of affiliates and you want that to be private, you don't want it out there on JVZoo because of just what you're trying to do, you could then send it over that way. Zax is the same thing. Yeah, so I'll show you that here tonight. What you need is a system that will send people to the upsell based on the technology. And typically the technology is hidden within a buy button, right? So the technology for any upsells, cross sells, or funnels is within the buy button. So a person buys something, they go through the thank you page, and then the system then sends them to the next offer. That offer gets denied, it sends them to the downsell. They deny that offer or accept it, it sends them to the upsell, and then it sends them to the downsell if they deny it. So and all that's based on the technology that's within a buy button. So if you put a JVZoo buy button on there, JVZoo will do it. If you put a Zaxa button on there, Zaxa will do it. If you put a Warrior Plus button on there, Warrior Plus will do it. Okay, does that make sense, Cleta? Okay. All right. So we have this. So let's say that we have this page, and so what we have here is we have a clock page on here, and so I'd save this, and what's going to happen is then I have I'm going to go back to my pages, right, and then I'm going to have a page, right. I'm going to have a link to a page here. And it's going to have that clock on there.
Hey guys, my name is Dwayne Gold.
Right, not that one. See, I'll grab this here. So I'm going to have this link. And so when I have this link, what's going to happen is then I'm going to be able to take this first page. I'm going to be able to go inside of Genius Marketing Pro, and then I'm going to be able to create a new funnel. And I'm going to be able to name this funnel Charles Harper's funnel testing. Right, I'm going to create that funnel. Right now, what's going to happen here is that at the very first end of the funnel, I'm going to want to put a page here. Right. So now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to put an external page here. Right. Okay. So now when I do that at the very first end of the funnel, what's going to happen now is when the buyer comes to the very beginning of this funnel, they're going to be given a deadline to make an exception or to accept the first offer. Now, logically, there's no other reason to put a clock on any other part of the funnel, because if they don't respond to this part of the deadline, it doesn't matter if they respond to the other ones. I mean, you could put clocks on this part of the funnel. It would not make sense for you to do that unless you're going to say, well, yeah, they took this one, and then you're going to give them a deadline on each one of the funnels. That could get confusing since you're setting up emails based on each one. I would not do that. I would set the deadline on the first part of the funnel. Now, what's going to happen here is that now I'm going to say I'm going to deliver this product. Let's say by Genius Marketing Pro, and I've got a product here, and then I'm going to set dollar amount for it. And then what I'm going to do here is you'll notice here that there's a payment link, right? How many of you all can see the payment link there that I set inside of Genius Marketing Pro? Okay, so if you can see the payment link inside of Genius Marketing Pro, please put the number 1 in the question box. You understand what I've done so far? So if you understand what I've done so far, please put the number 1 in the question box. Okay, great. So now what's going to happen here is I'm going to use, great, thank you. Okay, so now I'm either going to do one or two things, right? So now I'm going to grab the button here, right? I'm either going to grab a button, the entire button, or I'm going to grab the live link. Doesn't really matter, right? I can get the link. I'll copy that link. And now I'm going to go back to what? I'm going to go back to Clockwork Funnels. I'm going to edit this page. And I'm going to go to this buy button. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as my button URL. Buy now. What I've done is I've connected to two systems. So in other words, now I'm going to save that page. So now I've got a system where somebody's going to come, they're going to be tagged with the countdown clock, but they're going to be inside of my funnel. Right? So now what I can do is when this person buys this offer, right, then the clock then becomes of no effect. Then what I want to do is I want to send that person to what? I want to send that person to another offer that I'm going to set up on another page. I can set this page up any place. The key to this is that I want to have my buy button set from Genius Marketing Pro so that the person will buy here. They'll be sent here. If they turn down that offer, they get sent here. So I'm going to have two additional offers, an upsell and a downsell. Both of these are going to need to be made with Genius Marketing Pro buy buttons in order for the system to send that person from buttons from page to page, right? So that's really how you're going to set this up, again, so that the upsells and downsells work in that a person is moving through your funnel. And of course, you can set the funnel up as many times as you want to. I mean, some person goes to the downsell, you could set them up with, another upsell here. If they turn it down, they get sent to the downsell or throughout the funnel, right? So I think you can go 5 levels deep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can go 5 levels deep on the funnel. Man, I don't know if you want to do that, but I mean, I've seen people go 5 deep, but that would take some real stomach muscles. Right? Any questions? Okay, now the other part is that you're going to want to be able, I'm going to go back here. We talked about doing the same thing, the managing your scarcity counter. Okay, when you set your scarcity counter, what's going to be important here, you're going to put that tracking code on the first page, right? So you're going to put that tracking code on the page that goes out. But what you're going to also want to do is you're going to want to set up the success code on the thank you page. So I'm going to copy this. And probably the most important part to this is that I'm going to go back in here. Okay, so wherever this product is going, let's go here. Okay, so this product, right, is going to lead to a thank you page. Wherever that thank you page is, you are going to want to make sure that this Clockwork Funnels code is. Now, this thank you page can be any place that you want it to be, but you've got to put that thank you page inside of Genius Marketing Pro, and you've got to make sure that your scarcity code is in there. Otherwise, then the person won't be tagged, and then they won't get the quantity. They won't get the scarcity message. Right. So the only way the scarcity message is going to work is that you put the success code on the thank you page where the customer has to download their product. Right. So if that makes sense to you, please put the number 2 in the question box. So if you understand where the success code needs to go, okay, great. Okay, one other aspect of Genius Marketing Pro, then I'm going to move on to Genius Trainer Pro, is that what you can also do here, and I'm going to just kind of talk about this a little bit here, is that we can actually manage a survey. Now, this is something I have not yet tested, and I may try to test this before tomorrow, and that is to create a survey and then to have that survey and then to place our countdown on the survey. Right now, I don't know why you place a countdown on the survey, but you could do that. And if you can think of a way to integrate the survey into it, then that's another way of being able to operate the funnel, because your survey can be on the front side of any funnel. Again, I have not tested that, and I may test it between now and tomorrow to see that it works inside of the funnel, but that is another aspect of this that you can bring into Genius Marketing Pro, that if you can think of why you might have a survey and then send the person on to the first offer, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to now move on to Genius Trainer Pro, and I'm going to open up a browser here. And I'm going to be there 1 second as soon as I get going here. And we're just logging in, getting set up here for Genius Trainer Pro. Okay, now Genius Trainer Pro, you're going to have your typically what you're going to do is you're going to have a front page of your actual course, right? And so when you actually set up, I'm going to say list courses. Okay, so this is what your buyer is going to see, right? They're going to see this one course. Now, this course, the front page of this course does not have HTML and will not take your clock. So the way to actually execute this is a couple of things. Now, you're probably still going to want to use a sales page, a traditional sales page, to actually sell your course. And then that's where you're going to want to put the clock. And what you're going to do is you're going to deliver the course through Genius Trainer Pro. And so what you'd end up doing is that you're going to set up a coupon. And let's say I'm going to say Clockwork coupon, test coupon 100. We're going to expire that coupon on the 30th. We're going to make the coupon code. A fixed percentage, and that percentage is going to be 100%. And I'm going to make it active. I'm going to make it active for that product. Now, what's going to happen is that you are going to give this coupon code. Let's go find it again. Okay, this test coupon 100, you're going to put that test coupon 100 on your thank you page, along with the link to the course you just created. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have your customer go through a traditional sales page. They're going to get to a thank you page, and you're going to give them the link to the course, and you're going to give them a test coupon of 100% so that they can get in the course without having to go through the payment process of the course. Now, you might ask, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And one of the reasons why you use Genius Marketing Pro, and without going into great detail about the platform here, is that it is easier to basically upload your content and to create a course rather than to have a traditional membership site. So basically what you're doing is you're going to be able to upload your content based on documents, audios, and videos and zip files. And you're going to be able to set them up inside of a, not a membership site, but a class. But you're going to deliver that class as through Genius Trainer Pro with a 100% coupon. And you're going to use something like Genius Marketing Pro. In that case, you could use JVZoo. You could use Warrior Plus. So you could actually have affiliates on the JVZoo network selling your course, and then you actually deliver the course through Genius Trainer Pro. Okay, is everybody with me? Does that make sense? So if you understand kind of what I just kind of went through, please put the letter Y in the question box if you understand what I said. So let me explain it to you again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a traditional sales process where we're going to put our clock on the page. And then when the person buys, they're going to go through a checkout process. On that checkout process, they're going to get a 100% coupon to be put into our Genius Trainer Pro class. Genius Trainer Pro is just going to be an easier way for us to be able to manage our content and membership. Right? So if you don't want to have a traditional membership site, you can use Genius Trainer Pro, but all you're going to do is deliver people into this course with a 100% coupon on the thank you page. Okay, great. Okay, so are there any questions? I guess we're at about 20 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and cut my screen off. And so now we probably don't have to do a session for tomorrow. But if you have any questions, I'll take them now. Any questions? If you don't have any questions about this, I can take questions about anything for the next 10 minutes. So even if they're unrelated, I've got till about for about another 9 minutes. So if there's something else you're trying to do and you have any questions, I'll be happy to take your question now for the next 9 minutes. And as I've said, if you want to get I'm going to give you access to the other systems. You go to gainmindshare.com, the PLR show.com/handouts. You'll find the resources there. And if you have additional questions, tomorrow night we do meet in our coaching program. I'm happy to meet with you there. Gainmindshare.com/coaching. Okay, but I can take any question you have for about the next 8 minutes. Is there a way to make PDF files look clearer in Genius Trainer Pro? So what you're, yeah, Jerry, it's actually the same thing, Jerry. It's the same thing. It's a resource page. Eventually, Jerry, I'm working on a process map. I'm working on a process map, and when I get done with that process map, there will be something else to it. But as of right now, it's the same thing that I put there the other night. Let's see, Ludwite. Is there a way to make PDF files look clearer in Genius Trainer Pro? Okay, can you clarify that, Ludwite? Are you saying that at this point they're not clear enough for you, and you're trying to figure out how to make them clearer, or are you trying to figure out how to do something else? If you can just clarify that question for me, that would help. Okay, Gary, right? Yeah, I did get your email. I think I did respond to you. I'm pretty sure I did. I thought I did. Yeah, I did. I definitely got your email. I thought I sent you an email back. If not, then I'll check and see right after the call, but I'm pretty sure I did. But I definitely did get your email. And thought I responded. It's quite possible I did not, but I'll check. Okay, so you can't read it well. Okay, so what I'll do is, Ludwite, I will. I didn't know that was an issue. I will check and run that down with support. And if you would do me a favor, what I'd like for you to do, Ludwite, if you would send that to my email as also put that in support, and then I'll follow up with support about it. Right. So if you do those two things, I'll follow up about that. So send me an email if you would be so kind, and then go ahead and do the support, and then I'll follow up about that. You upload the PDF file as a resource next to the course that you are offering. Okay, so you mean you're putting it in the resource section, and are you making it available for download or for viewing? Okay, Ludwig, are you making it available for download or for viewing? Okay, yep, great. Okay, yeah, okay, Gary, yeah, yeah, I didn't see your reply, but I will take a look for it. And then I'll definitely work with our support team on it. Okay, so you want to set it up for viewing. And so what you're doing is you are setting it as a resource. Well, yeah, and actually, Ludwig, I would suggest that you set it up for download, right? And what you could do is you could zip it up and place it as a zip file in one of your resources, and have your customer download it. Yeah, there's a way to make it for download. So what you do, let me go in here for a second here. Yeah, so what you do is you'd when you set this up, you're going to zip that file, and then you're going to place it here, right? You see where that is, and then you're gonna upload it in that way. Does that make sense, Ludwig? So So you take your PDF, you zip the file, and you make it available as a zip file. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, not to send me an email. I don't think I see a problem with it, but I don't think so. But I don't think I see a problem. So just if you would send me an email about that, that's I think that's fine. Okay, right, and it's probably better for them to actually download it. Lude White. Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, any other questions? Okay, any other questions? Let's see. I'll pull that off to you. Actually, it's support at gainmindshare.com, and it sometimes if my daughter gets it before I do, I might not get it right away. Sometimes I'll answer that support email right away, and sometimes my daughter will get it before I will. So so it might take a little longer if she gets it, but I might get it. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Natu, just send it to support at gainmindshare.com. And then she'll probably pass it on to me. If I get it first, I'll take a look at it right away. Okay. So let's see. Gary is asking, did I do a webinar on the WordPress site setup? And when you say WordPress site setup, oh, so anything that I've done on WordPress setup in the past, that's an interesting question. I don't know if I've done that. I know I've done it. Um, hmm. I don't know if it's on my YouTube channel or not, to be honest. I know I've done it before a gazillion times. Um, if not, right? If not, I could do that on Saturday. It's at my Saturday call. That's what I do. I take those questions. So at this point, I don't think I have a question that's at the top of the queue. If you would, I will try to put that question at the top of the list for Saturday. So I have nothing on my list for Saturday, for my Saturday call, my weekend call. So I could probably do that. Yeah, and I I swore I did it before. I don't know if it's on my. I don't think it's on my YouTube channel for whatever reason. I know I've done it a million times. um, yes, Saturday is going to be 9 Eastern. 9 Eastern on Saturday. Okay. All right. Any other questions, guys? Yeah. So we won't have to meet tomorrow. I've covered Genius Marketing Pro and Genius Trainer Pro. So for those of you who were involved in the coaching, I'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow night. And for those of you who are still not part, take a look. GameMindshare.com/coaching. Gary, yep, 6 p.m. San Francisco time. That's right. All right. And once again, I'll give you access to the handouts. If you are not getting our mailing, I'm going to suggest that you go over to the plrshow.com and just sign up there, plrshow.com. Just sign right up there, and then you'll get access to what I do every day. And hey, thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And that's about it. So we're at 9:33, 3 minutes over, you know. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.